human history today.
Is that a fact?
This is correct. It is the beginning of the World Cup.
Oh,
FIFA World Cup.
I thought you were talking about your birthday.
No, we ain't playing with that.
I've never heard you talk like that before.
It's an important because they're showing all the games on TV, all the matches on all the matches.
How many are there? A couple?
They play a couple, 3 a day for a month.
A month?
Yep.
Man, this is a long tournament.
Good grief.
Takes a month. The World Cup only happens. It's like the Olympics, man. It only happens once every 4 years.
And it's only, is it all played in just one stadium?
No, they've got scattered stadiums. They play in.
And then they
have a
bracket it
main
down.
stadium. Yeah, it's just like the NCAA's. They have four. They have 8 4-team groups that play round robins.
Okay.
And they narrow those down to 16, and then at that point it becomes single loss, single elimination.
Mm-hmm.
And then they play down to the finals in the last 2 weeks.
That takes a month?
Takes a month. Well, I mean, these fellas are wore out. It's not like they can turn around and play. They run the whole game.
Now,
I mean,
do they play, let's say, Team A, will they play like today and then play again tomorrow? Or
no,
they take some time off?
They'll have a break.
Okay.
It's like today in one group, 2 of the teams will play. Tomorrow, 2 of the teams, and then they'll scatter them.
I got you.
And then they'll wait a day, and then they'll give them. They got to have time to breathe. You know?
I understand. Yeah, I understand.
It's
That's a heck of a sport, man.
it is, and I was reading last night, which amazes me because to us, it's really either a sport we know nothing about and care nothing about, or it's a sport we're learning to enjoy. The rest of the world, it's everything. It's
the sport.
It is everything. And I was reading last night that for Americans under 25, it is now the sport. There are by far, I mean, you can't even compare the number of Americans under the age of 25 more play soccer than any other sport growing up.
Wow.
More Americans under the age of 25 know more about soccer than they do about baseball. So, I mean, it's coming, but we're still learning as we go. But it's a huge thing. I was telling you yesterday in Germany, I was talking to a friend of mine that they are trying to pass a law. I don't know if they got it done or not for this year. That would require businesses to have televisions in the place of business so people would show up for work. So many
they
people.
literally just don't come to work during this soccer tournament?
It is everything.
You think there'll ever be a day where we have something equivalent to a Super Bowl of soccer here that we watch on TV or do radio promotions around?
I'm sure it will. I don't know if it'll be anytime soon. I mean, there's so many places in the world that want to have the World Cup. I don't know that it'll come here anytime soon. I think we had it. Did we have it? No, I was thinking Los Angeles once. But I don't know. But it's huge. It really is. In the first game's this morning at 10 o'clock. It's Mexico and South Africa this morning. So it'll start. And somebody said, well, can't you just put it on in the background? No, it's not a background sport. You watch it. And you holler and you whistle and you...
Do you holler and whistle?
I make noise. Oh, ow, look at that. Ow, what a strike. It's like, geez.
Now, are the announcers, do they speak in English?
I can't understand a word they say. They've got this Scottish guy or Irish guy or something. One's English and one is alien.
Okay.
And I don't understand a word that man says. And everybody who watches it will know exactly who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. He talks real fast with a real heavy Scottish or something, and using all those terms and lingo, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
So you have to understand the game if you're watching it, because if you watch a game you don't understand, broadcast by a guy you can understand.
I just turn the sound.
You might as well turn on a movie.
Exactly, and read about it online.
So at some point when they get down to 10 games left or down to the championship, do they bring in any of the ESPN announcers that are just straight up American that you would know?
I don't think so. I don't think I don't think we have. I don't think we. Yeah, I don't think we have enough
people that know the sport
well enough to call it.
Okay. I
think they just pick up the broadcast from let their announcers run with it. Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. But this year, I mean, I think ABC 4 is carrying a bunch of them. ESPN. ESPN2, and various other channels.
I'm sure a lot of the Spanish-speaking stations run it.
I guarantee that.
Non-stop.
Guarantee that, yeah. So while the sales department back here is selling real hard, trying to get the 3rd of July off, I just want the rest of the month off.
Oh, okay.
So I can watch. I was thought about having back surgery again. So I could just lay at home and watch soccer for a whole month.
How hard do they have to work to get us the rest of the month off?
Well, I wouldn't count on it. It's 6:19 at WEZL.
With First Citizens Set to Save program, saving for your future is